children, welcome to English class. So here you can see the picture of a snake. So we are going to study the poem The Snake Trying from the class 9th. The name of the book is Beehive. This poem has been written by W. Ross. Introduction. In the poem, the poet says that the snake tries to escape. Escape means save. Escape from being hit by the stick held by a person who's trying to kill it. The poet wants to say that all the snakes are not harmful, means most of the snakes are harmless. Humans have notion, means thought, that the snakes are dangerous and try to kill them as soon as they spot snake. But this is not true. He tells us how harmless green colored snake tries to hide behind the green bushes in order to save itself. So before we move towards the summary, we are going to study about the poet. So W. Ross. Its full form is William Ritson Eustace Ross. So mostly it's misspelled as William Ritson Eustace Ross. So but the right spellings of written is Wrighton. So his full name is William Ritson Eustace Ross. He was Canadian geophysicist and poet. He was the first published poet in Canada to write images poetry and later the first to write surrealist verse, both of which have led some to call him the first modern Canadian poet. He was born on 14 June 1894, Peterborough, Canada. He died on 26 August 1966, Toronto, Canada. So he born in Canada. Nationality, he is Canadian. Education, he got education from the University of Toronto, St. George campus. And the books he wrote were Irrealities, Sonnets, Laconics, and the albums, one of his albums, 6 Toronto Poets. You can see the picture of a snake, a child or a person is with a stick and is trying to hit the snake. And the snake is running away. So, this is very clear what the poet wants to say in this poem. A harmless green colored snake tries to save itself from being hit by a person who's chasing it, means following it with a stick to kill it. The poet says that snake is harmless even to children. People fear snakes and when they see one, they try to kill it with a stick. The snake tries to save itself and also tries to hide himself behind the green colored bushes of marshy plants. Marshy plants means the which are grown in mud and growing in the water. It hides in the ripples of water body in order to save itself. So the snake hides in the ripples means current or waves of water, and it tries to hide itself in the ripples of the water body in order to save itself. The snake disappears behind the marshy plants. So this is the recitation, the word meanings, and the explanation of the poem stanza wise. Now let us study the snake trying to escape the pursuing stick with sudden carvings of thin, long body. How beautiful and graceful are his shapes. So pursuing here means chasing, following, curving as you know, twisted. So which is not straight, twisted. The snake tries to escape from being hit by the stick that is following it. So the stick that is following it is the person with the stick. As the snake crawls, its body twists and turns, forming fascinating shapes. Fascinating shapes means which attract us. Beautiful. So this is the first stanza and its explanation. You can see its vocabulary, pursuing and carvings, and the explanation as I've just told. The snake is trying to escape himself from the pursuing stick, the stick that is following it, and it has some certain curves, and its body is thin and long. It looks very beautiful, graceful. Its shapes are very fascinating. He glides through the water away from the stroke. Oh, let him go over the water into the reeds to hide without hurt. Small and green, he is harmless even to children. So, in the stanza, the poet wants to say that the snake is not harmful, it's harmless even to the children. But first of all, we look for the vocabulary, the unfamiliar words like glides. So glide is a movement word. Moves. Glides means moves. Stroke. Whenever we hit something with a stick or that is a stroke or something else. When it's a hit. Reeds means water or marsh plants with thick stems. So reeds mostly are hollow inside. So the poet wants to say that the snakes move through the snake which is seen, the green snake that's seen. The snake move through the water in order to save itself. The poet pleads to let it escape, means he requests that he should be allowed to go without being hurt and hide behind the thick marshy plants as it's harmless. The poet is requesting and he doesn't want that the snake should be hurt. The small green colored snake is harmless even to children. So you can see the picture of the snake, of the marshy plants, water, mud here. So where the snake tries to go and hide itself in the green colored bushes. Now the next is along the sand he lay until observed and chased away, and now he vanishes in the ripples among the green slim reeds. Here you can see that there is a word that means vanishes, means disappears. So observed means seen, as you know that observed. Chased means followed. Ripples, we have already studied about that, waves or currents of water. So slim means which are very slim, thin, reeds, marshy plants. Till it was spotted, it refers to the snake here. So till it was spotted and chased away by the person holding a stick in his hand, it lay quietly in the sand. So it was quiet, it didn't move, it didn't make any sound in order to save itself. The snake disappears in the ripples of the water and hides itself in the camouflaging water bushes of the marshy plants. So this was the last stanza of the poem. I hope the poem is clear to you. The word meanings also. Now we are moving towards the literary devices. Can you see here something written as a rhyme scheme? Okay, so we are going to deal with rhyme scheme is not there. Rhyme scheme is absent. So this poem is a free verse. Transferred epithet. So whenever the adjective used with the noun refers to a noun other than the one with which it is used, as it has been written pursuing stick. So stick is not only chasing. So we are mentioning here the third person, and that is person, human. So one human, a man or woman, may be having the stick in hand and the person is following with the stick. But here it has been written pursuing stick. So that's why the third person has been mentioned through the example of pursuing stick. So this is noun. Okay, one adjective with noun. Adjective is pursuing and stick is noun here. But it has been used for another noun, and that is human or person having the stick in its hand. This is called transferred epithet. Then alliteration. The repetition of a constant. The repetition of a consonant sound in two or more consecutive words, like he's harmless, he, her sound, he's harmless, the snake trying. Okay, so we can see that this, sorry, he's harmless is the alliteration. Now we are moving towards the questions. You can see some questions here and you can answer after reading the poem, listening this video very nicely, I think so. So what is the snake trying to escape from? Is it harmful snake? What is its color? The poet finds the snake beautiful. Find the words he uses to convey its beauty. What does the poet wish for the snake? Where was the snake before anyone saw it and chased it away? Where does the snake disappear? So I hope that you people can answer all these questions and must have understood the poetic devices also of this poem. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.